Hey there, guys. I have got one last Spyderco from my buddy Alex at the Knifebox channel. It was hard to pick a favorite. Not that I had to. Nobody asked me to pick a favorite. But I kind of narrowed it down, I think, to this modified PM2 or this modified PM2 or this modified military. I don't know which one is my favorite. I think, well, I really do like the military. It's just big, bold, and in your face. And I love the scales and the backspacer. And one I didn't bring out that I already put away was the Mannix 2 with the glow-in-the-dark backspacer. Oh, that one, I may have to get me a Mannix 2. Okay, the military's cool. And the PM2s are cool. Okay, I'm not going to lie. And I love a Tonto blade in general. Okay, I would say that that's one of my more favorite blade shapes. But if I look at these two PM2s, I think I'm going to go with the standard blade. What I think might be a cool configuration for me would be basically this knife with a standard blade. Black bladed, standard shape with these purple scales. Not so much the Damascus clip. I would pick the Lynch clip instead. But it's kind of a hybrid of these two. I think would do it for me. I don't know. I really do like this one, and we're going to talk about this one here in just a second. You know, I don't know. It's tough, guys. But I think I might look for a Mannix 2. I don't know why, but I kind of think after handling all of these, and maybe that was Alex's goal all along, was to bring me back to my Spyderco roots, take me out of the clouds, away from the Frank Fisher battle, away from the Todd Senior Archangel, and like bring me back down to earth, because these are affordable knives. Kind of. And we're going to talk about that. So this is the PM2. It's been modified by Alex. And let's just dive into the specs and then we'll talk about the mods. So it's 4 3/4 closed, 8 1/4 overall, 3.4 inch blade, 3.07 cutting edge, M390 in this particular version, 0.143 blade thickness, 0.554 overall thickness minus the clip, and 3.6 ounces. This is a fantastic knife that Alex has built. Okay? Now PM2, don't quote me, okay, is like $250. Okay? Give or take, right? You can find it on sale. Maybe around the same, maybe a little more for the Tontos if you can find them. Okay? Stock, just plain Jane out of the box. But then you add some Aramis scales like these, and let's zoom in as we talk about the details here. And that's another $150, $180. Okay, just for the scales. A Lynch clip. This is a polished bronze Lynch clip, deep carry Lynch clip. And I think this is probably like $35, $40. Maybe a little more because it's the polished bronze. And then he got titanium hardware and a titanium lanyard tube. And the barrel spacers. And just the hardware is in that $60 to $80 range. Okay? And the hardware comes from Adrian over at XXX Adrenaline XXX on Instagram and eBay. He's been doing custom hardware specifically since about 2012. And he makes them for a lot of Spydercos, a lot of ZTs, and others. So he's worth checking out. I thought I would sneak in a Spidey flick. So he's worth checking out if you're in the market to mod your knives and you want some titanium hardware colored to match your project. Okay, so we're at $250 for the blade, for the knife, bare bones stock. Another, let's call it $150 for rough, easy math for the scales. It's $250, $400. Call it $100 in hardware. So you're at $500. And a clip, $30, $40. Call it $550 for a PM2. So yes, these are affordable, but that's starting to move you up into almost the custom category, right? I mean, this is a production knife, not even a mid-tech, if that's even a term anymore. Okay? This is just a straight up production knife that at the end of the day is $500, give or take. And it's awesome, and it's worth every single freaking penny, in my humble opinion. Okay? But what else can you buy for $500? Well, for $500, you could get a G10 Demko AD20, kind of the hot sellers these days. It's like $425. You want to spend a little bit more than your $500, spend $6 and get a titanium AD20. Okay, and we'll just put these out here together as for size comparisons while we chat. What else can you buy for $500? $425, $450. You can get a Hinder XM18. Okay, still kind of production-ish, more mid-tech-ish. So is a Hinder XM18, which is similar in size as this, is that better or worse than the PM2 for roughly $500, let's call it? I don't know. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying you got options at that $500 to $600 price range. So you've stepped up when you go in to start customizing production Spydercos. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's awesome to make a knife the way you like it. Get the purple, get the blue, get the gold leaf, get the leopard print. Like, I think it's anaconda. Make it yourself. Alex, etched and patinaed the blade himself with his own secret sauce. I think it's cool. I think it's a great way to spend your money. It's kind of like a custom knife without the custom knife prices. Okay? And it's some do-it-yourself. It's fairly easy to take these apart and change the scales and get it all put back together yourself. I mean, there's something satisfying about that as well. Okay? So here it is next to the Sharpie. So I think that's a great way to go as an option. The Spyderco Delica. Since we had a bunch of Spydercos out here, how about the police model? And for fun, the Hellraiser P-Series. So let me know down below, guys, what are your thoughts on modding knives? Is it too much work? Is it too much money? Would you rather just buy a custom knife Okay, but if you buy a custom knife, you're spending, depending, and we've talked about this before, there's some makers and there's some stuff you can buy. Go get some South African knives. $600-800. You have got a fantastic custom knife. And I have a South African playlist you can go check out. My brother just picked up a South African knife. So, yeah. You have a lot of options in that $500 to, say, $800 price range. Is that something you want to just mod yourself and make a $500 PM2? This one's probably a little bit less. But again, it's $200 for the scales. Titanium black dot hardware, Damascus clip. I mean, yeah, there's money in here, guys. It's not just a $250, $300 PM2. I think it's worth it. I might get into doing some modded Spydercos like that. I don't know. Alex is kind of talking me into it. Not in a bad way, but he's kind of shown me the light, and we had a long conversation on the phone tonight before I'm filming this. Just about this and about how it's cool and you can make what you want and you can get the scales that you want. I don't know. There's something appealing to it for me. Don't get me wrong. I love my full custom, Fisher Brothers knives. My Battle, my King Kamehameha, and my Archangel from Dad. I love that stuff. I love my Phil Harveys. I love my customs. But it might be kind of cool to make your own custom. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. There will be a link down below to my Spyderco playlist where you can see all of these knives from Alex. There's videos on all of these down in there. There is a video down there. My very first video ever on YouTube back in December 11th, I believe it was, of 2019. You can go check that out. That was of the Spyderco police model. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Go give Alex a follow and let me know your thoughts on customizing your own knives. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.